Damn! Hey everybody, welcome to the temple. My name is Monk Luigi. Welcome all. Now, if y'all didn't catch my earlier video where I was talking about the water depletions that's going on all the way in Santa Clara, this video, as you can see by the thumbnail, is talking about Hoover Dam and Lake Mead. And I wanted to get into this one. I'm probably gonna, stop talking about what's going on oceanically for a while. I'll talk about even more current news. But I wanted to go ahead and see this because this article was somewhat close. It was roughly about 2 or 3 days earlier for this week. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about it, especially since we're talking about Hoover Dam. This is in Utah, so I wanted to get into this article, and then after that I'm going to give my thoughts from the scrolls, and then we'll see what's going on. So let's go ahead and get right into this story. So I'm going to do a nice little transition here. Boom. So Lake Mead at the Hoover Dam to reach lowest water levels in decades. That was June 8th, and published by Josiah. So this is off of CNN Weather Report. So I'm not going to play the video, as you can see, but I did watch this video. It was very interesting to see. So if you get the chance to, go please check out this article and watch the video. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get demonetized. But as you can see, I paused it on the governor of Utah. And I think it was kind of funny what he was asking for. But we're going to get into the article. A crippling drought in the western U.S. is dropping the water levels at Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam to historically low levels, putting pressure on the region's drinking water supply and the dam's electric capacity. By Thursday, Lake Mead's water level is expected to sink to the lowest it's been since it began filling during construction of the Hoover Dam, according to the Bureau of Reclamation spokeswoman Patricia Aaron. Lake Mead will most likely hit elevations of 1,071 feet on Thursday, June 10th, that will match the previous lowest elevations on record since the 1930s, Aaron said. Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam straddle the Arizona-Nevada state line along the Colorado River, about 35 miles southeast of Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! Yes, that's right. We're talking about the same one. The river provides drinking water to Arizona, Nevada, and parts of Mexico. The dam generates electricity for parts of Arizona, California, and Nevada. While the lake water level is expected to reach a new low this week, it won't be the bottom. We anticipate the elevation of Lake Mead to continue to decline until November 2021, Aaron said. Hoover Dam, parts of the West and the Intermountain West have been in near continental drought conditions for decades. The Intermountain West is the area between the Rocky Mountains and Cascade Mountains in the Pacific Northwest and the Sierra Nevada Mountains in California. Some years are better than others and not in all places at all times, but the region has never fully recovered with enough rainfall and snowfall to erase the deficit, CNN meteorologist Brandon Miller said. And as you can see, they have a nice little map right here. They show this map as a moving map in the video where it's showing that there's really heavy drought in the Utah, Nevada, Arizona areas, while everything else is getting nice and light going closer to the East Coast. So as you can tell, while they've been tracking this, the west side has been bombarded with a lot of heat overall. So Miller described the drought as a vicious cycle in which dry land leads to less evaporation, which leads to fewer clouds and more sun, which equals more heat and evaporation. Climate change is clearly playing a role, as recent years have all been among the hottest in history. The warmer temperatures are driving the vicious cycle, making it harder for normal, even above average rainfall years to make a dent in the drought. Miller said when 1 or 2 below average rainfalls years occur, as we have just seen, the results are disastrous. As the weather in Lake Mead drops, so does the dam's electrical output. Hoover Dam usually produces about 2,000 megawatts of electricity. Tuesday's capacity is about 1,000 megawatts, a drop of about 25%. That's a lot of energy that's going out of the window for nearly 8 million people. Every foot of the lake level declines means about 6 megawatts of lost capacity. Oof. So With no relief in sight, officials are planning for another unprecedented declaration in August, which is when operating conditions are set for the following year. It's likely to level 1 shortage conditions will be declared in 2022 for Lake Mead. Aaron said meetings surrounding states will have to implement water-saving measures. Oh, craggy. Arizona Department of Water Resources Director Tom Bujaski said the planned drop in water coming from Lake Mead next year will be painful, but the department is already working on contingency plans where we may have less water coming to Arizona from Colorado River in 2022. Arizona's water managers and suppliers have been taking measures to prepare and will continue to work to ensure the river remains stable for generations to come. Bujaski said CNN has reached out to Nevada Department Conservation and Natural Resources about its planning for future water needs. So, as you clearly see, currently, right now, Nevada is having its impact on what's going on, and Lake Mead is suffering at Hoover Dam, according to CNN's article. Now, my thoughts. As I've been doing some more investigation, the reason why I still have this slide up, I wanted to go into how and where this water comes from. So, I have 3 other articles. I'm not going to read those, but I wanted to go ahead and show where the basis of my thought is coming from. Now, the way that the weather works, especially around the world, like we either have to be in an El Nino or La Nina state. All right. Now, apparently from 2020 to 2021 to now, we were in La Nina, and La Nina is ending. And you don't know what La Nina means. I'm not talking about boy and girl. La Nina is when we have the winds blowing from the east going towards the west, which brings in cooler, temperate temperatures, which allows rainier seasons and wet fall to come across the land and allows for the rains to come up and increase. We are ending it this year, going into May, according to some of these articles that I'm pulling up. El Nino, if we transition into El Nino, that's going to bring in winds coming from the west going towards the east of our states. So that means that we're going to have a lot more warmer waters, and it's going to get increased in temperatures. Now, since La Nina is ending, you would think that we would transition straight into El Nino, which is not true. It's not true at all. All right. Actually, there is a third level, which is neutral. All right. And according to this article here from the WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, it states that the 2020-21 La Nina's event has concluded, but they have a 78% prediction that we're going to just transition from La Nina back into neutral. All right. That means that the weather is getting, it's shifting from colder weathers and it's just warming up. So we don't know if we're going to go straight into El Nino, or as we go into August, November, we're going to go right back into La Nina. So I think that, in my opinion, coming from the scrolls as well as the things that I've looked up, I think that more than likely we're just going to either stay in high neutral or we're going to switch into La Nina. We're not going to go into El Nino, because a lot of people don't know, which I'm going to switch to this article here, that the ozone layer has closed. We have, I haven't seen anything in the media talking about this, but according to the World Meteorological Organization, the ozone layer is closed. We made a breakthrough. Over the Antarctic ozone, the ozone layer has closed. So that means that, sad to say, thanks to COVID, with all the humans having to go back indoors, we were able to save our ozone layer, which is kind of sucks to say that, but this is what has occurred. So if the ozone layer has just closed up and everything is going to neutralization, I think that is because according to the governor, he was hoping, he was like praying for some divine intervention. I think that we already have the intervention coming. There will be better weathers and winds coming through, and I don't think that this drop is going to go into 2022. Okay, so from stuff that I've been researching, it doesn't seem like it's going to be likely. I think that everything is just getting back into a balance. Everything is running smoothly. As human beings, if we continue to maintain that and hopefully keep everything where it needs to be and keep everything neutralized, and we keep the balance as we walk across this planet, then we would go ahead and continue to push forward. But this was actually kind of shocking to me as I was doing some research into what was going on with this ocean events, and as I kept going on into the weather, and because this is something that they continuously keep spewing on the Senate floor, global warming, global warming, global warming, global warming, global warming, which is not saying that it's a fake thing. It's not fake at all. However, we are making strides. We just have to maintain this stride and then maybe push it up to the next level where we keep that balance and we strengthen the balance of keeping everything together. But this is actually a wonderful thing. The ozone is closed. It's no hole or anything. And I think that the governor doesn't have to worry too much. Yes, the lake did recede at Lake Mead, but I don't think that the Nevada has too much to worry about. I think the rains will come over time. It's summertime, so this is somewhat expected, but we're going to get cooler weathers, we're going to get more showers, and they are going to come over to the west side. Even though we're leaving and we're transitioning out of La Nina, doesn't mean that we're going to immediately go into El Nino, where we have all these warm winds coming over. We should have more cooler winds coming across the lands, and it should be a nice transition until November. It's going to be hard to gauge from June until July. In fact, I think in one of the articles even said that August and November is when they're going to be able to truly verify whether or not we've shifted from a La Nina state to an El Nino state. So that's just my thoughts from the temple. But hey, what do you think? Maybe what I'm saying right now is off base. Maybe I'm hitting this one and it's coming to a short stop. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm hitting this one out of the park. Either way, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and please remember that this L is for you.